How to decrease skin pore sizing. Hi, my name is Dr. Davin Lim, board certified laser dermatologist. Today's video we'll be talking about how I use my methods to decrease skin pore sizing. I use various lasers, including fractional lasers, picosecond lasers, fully ablative lasers, together with microneedling energy devices to reduce pore sizing. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the before and afters right at the end.
The first one we talk about is the Fraxel Lasers, one of my favorite lasers. Fraxel Laser is a fractionated laser device and it comes in three wavelengths. The one which I really like for pore size reduction is called a 1927 laser. And in this setting I use what's known as a high density. In other words, I cover at least 90% of the skin, so at least 16 to 18 passes. The treatment itself is rather painless with the 1927. Certainly a CO2 can be used, but I do not like this for small pore sizing because I do feel that the 1927 provides a much better coverage with less downtime for the patient. But that's only for the next lot of lasers we talk about are fully ablative lasers. So these include the CO2 laser and the erbium laser. Now these lasers are the big guns of the laser field. So these are basically ablate, in other words, take off the entire surface of the skin. And these are excellent for really deep pores, especially on the nose area. So in this setting, I'm using an erbium laser and I go beneath the level of the pores. If I go beneath the level of the pores, I get permanent pore size reduction. So the pore size reduction is permanent if I go underneath the level. And we can see that as we're actually lasering. The healing up time for this, however, is about 10 days. So that's a downside about the ablative lasers, but they're an excellent modality, especially for deep pores. The next laser we're talking about is something called the PIcosure FOCUS. This is a fractionated laser, but it delivers its laser energy in a very unique way. It is excellent. I'm talking about really excellent for skin pore size reduction, especially in Asian and ethnic skin types. This is my favorite laser for reducing pores and also acne scars in Asian patients, Mediterranean patients, Latino patients. It is excellent for that purpose. Often 2 to 3 treatments are needed, and you'll see the before and afters later on myself actually. This is the laser of choice which I use for my skin pores. Excellent laser with very little, if not no, downtime. Now, what we're talking about next is not a laser, it's called E-matrix RF. It's radio frequency or sublative. This provides radio frequency energy through 64 tips. In Australia we have 64 tips and we can go up to 100 millijoules, so that's quite a fair whack of energy. Now this is excellent for skin pores which are enlarged, secondary to acne and oily skin. So this is where I actually use this modality to treat acne scarring together with pore sizing. A very good machine, but you will need 2 to 3 treatments for scarring for reducing skin pores. The next thing we're talking about is INFINI, and I believe this is a really good energy device. Remember, it's insulated microneedling radio frequencies. Not just microneedling, you can see we can adjust the depth. My favorite depth for pore sizing is actually a very shallow depth, around 1 mil to 1.5 mil. I like using the highest energy settings, and that's usually level 20, but I keep the pulse duration very short, usually around that 200 milliseconds. So you can see the delivery of the system. Look, in slow motion, it's actually vertical. So it's unlike skin rolling, where it actually rolls, it's actually puncturing the skin vertically, so it's causing much less trauma, but it's also putting energy in. And what this energy does is that it breaks down collagen, remodels collagen, and tightens up the skin pores by stimulating collagen around the hair follicle, providing it more support. And that's how pore size reduction works, by actually providing more collagen around the hair follicles. And you can see this is excellent, especially around the nose area. I do an overlap of about 5 or 6 passes around the nose area. Very quick, very efficient device with a downtime of only 2 days. So you can see what the results are like. This is me using maximum passes at 3 millimeters, so 400 millisecond dwell time at level 20. So this is immediately after INFINI RF. So on top of this, I normally follow this with a 1 to 1.5 mil, and like I said, I like using between 200 to 400 millisecond, but once again level 20. So you can see the skin actually heals up really nicely after this treatment, and it takes about 1 to 2 days max before it heals up. So remember, with all of these treatments, I'm just discussing only a few ways. There are other things to do. For example, skin rolling can actually help with pore size reduction, and certainly I've made a video on that. So that can be a cheap and effective method to treat pore sizing at home. Well, I chose INFINI over all of these machines for pore size reduction, even though I've got an access to over 30 lasers. So what are the before and the afters like? Let's have a look at a couple. This is one gentleman who has excessive large skin pores. I've treated him with erbium laser resurfacing. So erbium laser, and you can see the marked reduction. This reduction is permanent. So I've gone under his pores, and as a result, we get a permanent reduction. This is acne scarring together with enlarged pores, and once again, TCA CROSS first and then laser resurfacing later. And this is what I do. This is what we call a high density 1927. You can see a marked reduction of skin pores just with a 1927 laser treatment. And this is me. So look at my enlarged pores and my cheek and my wrinkles, and this is me after one PIcosure laser treatment. So it's one of my favorite lasers for the treatment of skin pores in darker skin types. So thanks for watching this video on reduction of pore sizing. Please subscribe to my channel for anything related to lasers or aesthetic dermatology, and please leave some comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them throughout the years. Thanks for that.